you can see here that we have our completed packet tracer lab. Now this lab consists of 6 networks. Now each of those networks encompasses a technology that you must master in order for you to pass your CCNA exam. Now the first network we're going to be configuring is our sub-interface and VLAN network. We'll be adding sub-interfaces to these routers and VLANs to these switches and attaching them all via appropriate trunks or switch port accesses. This is our ISP cloud. We'll be using point-to-point and frame relay encapsulation. Over here, this is our server network. We'll be developing a DHCP server, a DNS server, and explaining address records, canonical records and NS records and what they all mean. This is our VPN network. Because it's packet tracer, we'll be using GRE over IP as IPsec isn't supported, but I'll develop a IPsec file so you compare the two syntaxes, and this will aid further understanding of this technology. You will be asked lots of questions during your CCNA exam about VPN. 10 years ago it was all IPv6. Well, people are more embracing of VPN technology than they ever were of IPv6. This is a small voice VoIP network. We'll delete this and develop a IPv6 DHCP. This is our main call center voice VoIP network. We'll be building this in approximately video 6 or 7. So now we're just going to close this out. And you can see this is the start of our sub-interface and VLAN network. If you're unsure how to view all the interfaces, go to Options, Preferences and check the checkbox Always Show Port Labels. You can see that our serial interfaces are 000 and 001, so just click on the router, the physical, and drag over your WIC2Ts to the appropriate space. Now you can pause the video now and I'll let you catch up thus far with all the cabling and routers and nodes, and you can press play when you're ready to complete the configuration or at least complete today's video. Okay, welcome back. Now we just open up the first router. We just go to the CLI, click enter, enable ConfT to go to global config mode. Now our gigabit interface is 00, but first we're going to give our host name of sub-interface router 1, so we go SIR1, as we don't want to be naming them router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, because that will get really confusing for SSH and Telnet in later videos. So we just go int G00, click enter, give it the no shut command, and that will bring the interface to up. You'll see it change to green. Now to have our sub interfaces, int G00.1, that will also bring our sub interface up by hitting enter. Encapsulation .1Q1, that's our protocol. Now our IP address will be a class C, 200.168.1.1. Now this will be our default gateway out of this network to our ISP cloud and to the rest of the packet tracer lab. We just give it a 24 subnet mask, 255.255.255.0. Now to add further sub interfaces, all we do is hit the up arrow 3 times on our laptop or PC. Change our 1 to 10, hit enter, and that will bring up our next sub interface. Just hit the up arrow 3 times again and encapsulation .1Q10. .110, that would give us an IP conflict with our first subinterface as it being on class C. And just hit the up arrow 3 times again to add our next subinterface. Change that to 20. We're just going to name our subinterfaces VLANs 1, 10, 20 and 30. Hitting enter changes the interface to up. Encapsulation .1Q20. IP address 200.168.20.1. Again, add another subinterface. Hitting enter brings the interface up. Encapsulation .1Q30. IP address 200.168.31. And that's our 4 subinterfaces completed. And we can exit out of that by doing a CTRL and Z, and we just copy our configuration with a copy run start. But do that of course, because if you close Packet Tracer, and it will ask you if you want to save your configuration, but it will not save the configurations of the individual routers. So we just close that out and we'll open up router 3. Now we're going to basically mirror what we did in router 1, but only with slight address changes. Again, we're using the same gigabit 00 interface, so we're going to enable conf t, give it the host name of SIR3, subinterface router 3. Interface G00, give it the no shut command. Brings the interface up. Start adding our subinterfaces. Int 00.1. Hit enter, brings the interface up. Encapsulation .1Q1. IP address, now we're going to do a slight change here obviously. 200.168.1.3. Now we're still beyond the subinterface 1 or VLAN 1, but now we're on router 3. So the IP addresses are again easy to remember if you wish to telnet or SSH in later. Same subnet mask 255.255.255.0. That's our first subinterface completed on router 3. Again, adds further subinterfaces by just hitting the up arrow 3 times. The other subsequent lines of code, encapsulation .1Q10. IP address 200.168.10.3. Int G00.20. Hitting enter brings the interface up. Encapsulation .1Q20. So on and so forth till we completed our 4 subinterfaces. encapsulation.1q30, IP address 200.168.33, and that's the 4 sub-interfaces completed on router 3 of our sub-interface VLAN network. Again, CTRL-Z just to exit right out, do a copy run start just to save our configuration, and that's the end of our first video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. We'll be uploading hopefully 1 video a day, so we soon get this lab completed and you can start do some serious learning for your CCNA qualification. This is Roger's Classes and I'm Roger at Sysnet Solutions. Thanks for watching.